Alright guys, what I'm doing here right now is I'm pre-cutting some ostomy bags for my wife. Now her ostomy is actually oblong, it's not round. Now they sent me a bunch of bags that are pre-cut, but the bags that they sent me are a full 25 millimeters, cut at 25 millimeters. And the pre-cut bags they sent that are 25 millimeters, because her ostomy is actually oblong, it leaves a lot of exposed skin. I still got 2 or 3 boxes. Well, this is, I know one box of those that I got to cut yet, but these ain't pre-cut. And I can cut these where I cut them. It's pretty much a tight fit on there, and it leaves very little exposed skin. So, but the one that she has that are pre-cut, I got to use a special ring because they leave a lot of exposed skin. The bag here, these bags right here, they run about $8 a piece. Okay. The stomach paste that goes around there for each one runs at least $1 a piece. Now, these rings that I need to use for the pre-cut bags, those run about $2.50 to $3 a piece. These bags are not cheap. So those of you who think that because you get an ostomy performed by an idiot doctor that made a mistake and leaves you with an ostomy, that life is cheaper on you, I guarantee you it is not. It's about 10 times more expensive, even more than 10 times. It's about 50 times more expensive. You got to use more toilet paper than what you ever did to wipe your butt with, because every time you empty this bag, you got to use quite a bit of toilet paper to clean off this here end right here before you close it back up. These are very expensive to do, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and cut this one right here. You'll see how I got it drawn on there. It's 25 at the bottom, and it comes up kind of oblong. This here's where the exposed skin would be. Now, I'm the one that's been applying this on her ever since she's had it. She's maybe done 2 since she's had this bag, and she's not real comfortable with doing it. I get it almost right on the money. Now those pre-cut bags is not going to be so good, but like when we went to Ohio, I cut I think 6 bags just in case, and I just put the last one on her today that I cut. Now when we went to Ohio, the first one only lasted a day, the second one only lasted a day. When we was driving in the truck, it had something to do with setting up, riding like she was, it made it come off, okay, it didn't last. But like the last one she had on was on 4 days. When we got back, the one she had on lasted 5 days. So some of them last a day, some of them last 2 days, some of them last 3 and 4 days. I mean, it just depends. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm glad y'all see I got these special scissors. They're a little bit curved right here. Got a blunt end on them right there so don't poke the bag. Yeah, okay, so, and oh, that's what I wanted to say. The first one that actually taught me how to cut one of these was in the hospital. It was a Chinese trainee for urology. His name was Dr. Bond. I believe that was his name. Dude, I really liked him, man. He was really cool, man. I liked him. But I was picking on him one day. He was in there to do something with Linda, and I told her, I said, don't worry. If he makes you hurt too bad, I'm going to make him give me a free karate lesson. And he said, man, damn. And then he said, you know, I really am a black belt. And I said, well, I know you are. I mean, I could tell by the way you look, man. The dude was looking, you know, in shape. And Chinese people, man, I don't know about him, but I had a good friend that was Chinese that the Kung Fu was passed down to him by his dad as a discipline. Okay? When he was a young kid, starting as a young kid, his dad made him put fingerprints in a coffee can of concrete. And when he'd misbehave or something like that, as a discipline, he didn't get spanking, he'd have to take those cans with concrete. As a little kid, you know, he put that much concrete in the bottom of the can, made him put his fingerprints in when he was 3 or 4 years old. When he misbehaved, he'd have to stand in a horse stance. Those y'all don't know what that is. That in itself is a lot of work. Then he'd have to take those blocks of concrete and work them. In the Kung Fu. That was taught to him as a discipline. But yeah, Dr. Bond, see I got that cut there, guys. See, it's a little bit oblong. See, I got 25 millimeters on the bottom, and then it goes up to 20 on the top. That's because her stoma is oblong like that now. I had one of them in here that I had saved the piece on that I've been using to trace it off on, but At any rate, guys, I just wanted y'all to see that. I was thinking about making a video of actually putting the bag on the stoma and all that, showing you what it actually takes. One of these days I'm going to, man. I've just been kind of lazy every time I do it. I told her I was going to make a video of me putting it on there. She's all right with it. But I've just been kind of lazy when it's time to change the bag. I ain't set up the camera because I have to set up the camera already. When I change a bag, y'all understand it takes 10 to 15 minutes. It takes a few minutes. See, part of it's cutting it right here, like what I'm doing. I'm marking and cutting it. Then I got to clean her up real good around the area where the stone was at. And a lot of times, okay, once you have an ostomy, the feces or the urine, whichever it is, if it's a urinostomy, you can't control your urine. If it's a colostomy, you can't control the stool. It just comes out whenever it feels like it. You can't control it. So a lot of times while I'm doing this, I got to keep a little toilet paper with me there. I use a lot of toilet paper because first I clean her up with the toilet paper, dry it all out. When the stool comes out, I catch it with the toilet paper and actually pinch it out. Now that I actually learned from Nurse Mary Hill. Okay, Mary Hill at UTMB. This is all she does is ostomies. And that's what I said. Mary Hill had already taught me how to do this bag. Okay, when this nurse, and the first time I was going to change it, I was in the hospital after Mary Hill had already trained me in doing it. Okay. I started to train it. It's my first time. I accidentally dropped the bag on the floor, but guys, I had towels everywhere to catch it in case I made a mess. This nurse come running in the room, took everything over and did everything wrong, and I made a video of it. And this is why, when she was released from the hospital after they cut the hole in her back, okay, we hadn't had no sleep in like a month. Okay, it's really hard to sleep in the hospital, everything going on. And she got out that day, and that home health care nurse came here, unannounced, uninvited, forced her way in the door as soon as I opened it, forced her way by me like she just has a right, because he was here to make problems for us, because I exposed some of the UTMB nurses with incompetence, okay? And the nurses, they are like a big gang, and this is another reason why I went to jail the other day, a week ago, because that nurse, it was a setup. It was a straight up setup.